Hey, it's Beth. Welcome back to Chill English Dose. This is your space to slow down, listen, and learn English, one calm story at a time. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to rush, even when you don't have to? You open your eyes, and before you even move, your mind is already running. What time is it? What's next? What did I forget? Sometimes the day feels fast even before it begins. Maybe it's not the world that's moving too quickly. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's the way we move through it, the way our thoughts run ahead before our bodies even start the day. So, what happens if we stop trying to catch up all the time? What if we just slow down, not because we're tired or because we've given up, but because we want to be here, fully, while life is happening? Today, let's try something simple. Let's take one slow morning together. Nothing fancy, no perfect routine, just a quiet moment to notice how life feels when we stop rushing. If you can, take one slow breath with me. Inhale and exhale. Let's begin. Inhale and exhale. I woke up a little earlier than usual, but without the alarm yelling at me. The room was quiet, filled with that soft blue-gray light that comes before sunrise. I didn't reach for my phone. I just stayed there for a few seconds, listening to my own breathing and the silence between sounds. Instead of scrolling, I sat up slowly. My feet touched the wooden floor, cool, grounding. I took 3 deep breaths, not to meditate perfectly, but just to arrive. People often think meditation means clearing your mind completely, but for me, it's more like sitting quietly while your thoughts walk around the room. You don't need to chase them away, you just notice they're there and keep breathing anyway. After a few minutes, I stood up and stretched a little. Nothing too serious, just a short 15-minute movement to wake my body. Shoulders rolled, arms stretched, slow bends and turns. It wasn't a workout. It was more like saying good morning to each part of my body. Then I went to the kitchen and boiled some water. I decided to make tea instead of coffee. While waiting for the kettle, I leaned against the counter and listened to the small sounds of the house. The water heating up, a bird outside testing its voice, the faint hum of the refrigerator. It was quiet, but not empty. It was alive. When the water was ready, I poured it carefully into a cup and watched the steam rise. Usually, I'd take my phone at this point, maybe scroll through messages or check the news. But not today. Today, I decided to just hold the cup and feel the warmth in my hands. The sunlight started to peek through the window, slow and gentle, landing on the edge of the table. I sat down, took a sip, and noticed how the tea tasted slightly different when I was actually paying attention to it. I opened a book, not to finish it, just to read a few pages. I read slowly, line by line, until I found a sentence that made me stop for a second. It said, "Sometimes the moment is already whole. You don't need to improve it." That one stayed with me. I closed the book and just looked at the light hitting the cup. After that, I showered, dressed simply, and made breakfast. Toast, eggs, a bit of fruit. Nothing special, but I ate it like I had time. Not because I have more hours than anyone else, but because I was actually in them. Before I started work, I checked my schedule once. Not 10 times, not in panic, just once. And for the first time in a while, the day didn't feel like it was running away from me. It felt like it was walking beside me. There was one moment I'll probably remember for a long time. I was finishing my tea when the sunlight finally reached across the table, touching my hands. The world outside kept moving, cars, people, notifications, but inside that little square of light, time felt still. And in that stillness, I realized something. The world slows down when I do. When you slow down, you don't stop living. You start noticing that you are living. Being present isn't about doing nothing, it's about doing one thing fully, without jumping ahead to the next moment. You can take a breath anywhere, at your desk, in the kitchen, before a meeting, or between words. One soft inhale, one slow exhale. That's enough to bring yourself back to now. If you want, try it with me for a second. Let your shoulders drop a little. Let your jaw relax. Inhale softly and exhale gently. That's what being present feels like. Simple, small, and completely within reach. We live in a world that moves fast, and sometimes it feels like the only way to survive is to move faster. We fill every quiet moment with something, scrolling, talking, watching, checking. We think silence is boring, when actually, it's where life whispers. When you slow down, it's not that the world suddenly becomes peaceful, it's that you finally have the space to notice it was peaceful all along. This morning, I didn't change much. I still woke up, moved, ate, worked, but the rhythm was different. There was softness between things, a little space between thoughts. Slowing down doesn't mean losing ambition or wasting time. It means remembering that time isn't something to chase, it's something to meet. When you eat slowly, food tastes more real. When you speak slowly, your words carry more truth. When you walk slowly, the world around you opens up instead of passing by like a blur. And when you breathe slowly, you realize your body has been waiting for you all along. Sometimes slowing down looks like doing less, but sometimes it's just doing the same things with more presence. You can still live your life, still get things done, but when you slow down, you stop treating life like a race. You start treating it like a conversation, gentle, ongoing, and worth listening to. Maybe the world isn't too fast. Maybe we just forgot how to move with it. Here's what I learned that morning. When I slow down, life stops being something I chase and becomes something I feel. There's a rhythm that's yours alone, a pace where your thoughts, body, and time actually meet each other. You can find that rhythm in the smallest moments. Try one slow morning. You don't have to make it perfect. Just wake up, stretch, make a drink, read a few pages, and eat something simple. Do all of it without checking your phone. Or just choose one small ritual, a quiet walk, a calm meal, or a pause before you open your laptop. If you can't slow the whole day, slow 1 minute. If you can't pause your week, pause your breath. That's enough.
You don't lose time when you slow down. You find it again. When was the last time you allowed yourself to slow down, truly slow down? Was it this morning? Last week? Or has it been a while since you just sat still without rushing somewhere in your head? Maybe today can be the first one again. If you'd like, share one small moment that felt slower, calmer, or lighter in the comments. It might remind someone else that they can slow down too. You're allowed to move slowly. The world will wait for you. You're not falling behind. You're just arriving, fully, gently, at your own pace. Take one last breath before you go. Inhale and exhale. Let the morning meet you where you are. And remember, you don't have to chase time. Sometimes the world slows down when you do. And if this moment made you breathe a little slower or think a little softer, you can stay connected here. Subscribe for more calm English stories like this, to listen, learn, and slow down together. Thank you for listening. Take care and see you in the next episode.